Hey guys, Wrestling Throwdown here. I'm Haley and I'm gonna do the Raw review. Sorry, it's a day later. Joe has been really busy lately. He's been working nights and everything like that, so I've tried to not, bug him to do reviews with me, especially since I do most of them anyways by myself. So I'm gonna just do this week's by myself, and hopefully I can get Joe for next week, because this week's it was good. It wasn't bad or anything, but nothing like major happened. So like if Randy Orton returned, I actually heard rumors that he's supposed to return next week. So that's why I'd rather have Joe next week with me instead of this week. I'm just gonna hurry up and do this in like 30 minutes, hopefully. So let's get down to business. Alrighty. Chris Jericho was the special guest host last night, or not last night, Monday. And they were in Detroit, Michigan. I so wanted to get tickets. I'm like 15 minutes away from Detroit, and I so wanted to get tickets, but my brother didn't want to. He thanks him for the slamming. He starts talking about how Fandango, stole it from him, and he's planning on getting it back tonight and everything. And he calls him out. And instead, Paul Heyman comes out. And he says that he's a Jerichoholic and everything like that, and he tries to be buddies with him. And he says he wants to be in charge. So he says he thinks that Chris Jericho shouldn't be in charge and Paul should be in charge. And he said Brock should also have that slammy that he won. And Chris was talking about how he never paid him back and everything back in the day for like $200. I'm not even sure if this is true or not. I don't know if they made this up or if this is actually legit. Because in Paul Heyman's DVD, I really recommend it, by the way, if you guys haven't watched it. But he talks about how he owed people so much money, and like he would give them like not even a quarter of what he owed them at a time, and they would be like, you still owe me way much more than this. And he'll be like, how about you pay me this and I'll give you this next week. And so like he would try to make deals and stuff, because his show, obviously ECW, was not doing good, and so that's why he was like so behind on paying people that. So, like I said, this could be true. He might have made a thing with Chris Jericho, and something might have happened, so who the hell knows. And Paul says, I'm not doing that and everything like that. And then he says that Seth didn't get the job done last night. And he starts talking about how Seth, lost and everything like that. And Seth comes out, and he gets in Paul's face. This was a good heated argument and everything. And he says he got it taken away from him, just like at Survivor Series that got taken away from him, but he blames Roman this time. And he says Cena needs help to beat me. And he talks about how he wants a rematch. And Cena comes out and he says, oh, that was a really good match we had and everything. And, you did your best and everything. You put up a hell of a fight, but it just wasn't good enough, so you need to stop making excuses. And he calls him a kid and everything like that. And but then he does say that he'll give him a rematch. And then Chris Jericho makes it a rematch for the night in a steel cage. And Seth gets all mad because he's saying that he can't wrestle the night because he's hurt and everything like that. He was like limping the whole night. I don't know if that was just fake or what, if he was actually really that sore. But he was saying that he was the worst GM of all time and that Chris is jealous of him. And they just started arguing. And he said that he couldn't beat Paul Heyman. And then Chris is just like, oh, I can beat him. And he makes Chris versus Heyman. And then he makes special stipulation. It was a street fight. And I'll talk about that later. Overall, though, the segment was good. Obviously, with Chris getting in, Seth getting in Paul Heyman's face, that was obviously good. And I mean, he couldn't do too much. You guys, I mean, because they're both heels. I mean, if Paul was obviously, or if Seth was, I mean, he's been a heel for like, what, 6 months now? And he's just getting to where he needs to be. He's the top heel right now. And to turn him face right now just wouldn't work out. So they kind of had to play it out. And Dolph Ziggler and Eric Rowan versus Big Show and Luke Harper. Eric Rowan, I gotta talk about this because I've seen this on Main Event too. he has just been losing so much. I think this is going to be his 4th straight loss, and it's since his face turn. And it's just like, or since really he's been in singles, yeah, pretty much, since he broke away from the Wyatt family. And it sucks because it's just, he's very good for how old he is and for being a big guy. I mean, he has a nice kick and everything. He's fine. He's good in the ring. You know, he's proven himself that he can be good in the ring. And they're just not giving him a chance. But I did hear the reason why they are making Big Show keep beating him up is because Big Show is going to have a little run-in with Roman Reigns, I guess, before, you know, WrestleMania and everything. They're going to have a little short feud, whatever, to get Roman prepared for Brock Lesnar, which is decent. I mean, obviously, even though Big Show is old and stuff like that, and he's obviously not like himself like he was back in the day, but he's still a big guy, obviously. And so if they want to, you know, have him with Brock Lesnar, you know, they're going to have to obviously show that Roman can do something because he's been gone. And right when he gets back, he's going to obviously win the Royal Rumble and everything. So, but yeah, Big Show pinned Luke Harper. Or no, I'm sorry, Eric Rowan, sorry. And yeah, so like I said, I feel so bad for Eric Rowan though. Like, it's just like, I don't think it's fair to him, like that what they're doing this to him. So hopefully after this Big Show thing is done, hopefully they start having him win matches because this is just a joke. And they're still giving him like little segments backstage too, like on Main Event. Him and Paige were playing chess. That was actually pretty funny. And they shared a look too. I'm gonna talk about. I guess I'll talk about that right now. But I don't know if maybe they're planning on putting him in a storyline with Paige or something. But in order for that to happen, Paige is gonna have to turn back face, which wouldn't be a bad thing since Nikki is a heel right now and Paige hasn't even been on at all. She's been having matches on Main Event and like Superstars and stuff like that, but she hasn't had anything on Raw or even really SmackDown. And it's just it's scary because, you know, they pushed her up so much, and now that AJ's the center of attention, and it's just Fandango and Y2J backstage. He says he wants his Slammy and he's going to take it for him after his match and everything like that. So nothing real too important there. I will say this. They're already doing horrible stuff to Fandango. He had a match on SmackDown and he obviously got killed. He faced Roman Reigns, and he obviously already got defeated. So it's pretty much like they did right when he came in. You know, he's undefeated for a little bit, and now he's going to get destroyed again and be a jobber. Nothing's changed. Nothing has done anything, and it's just like I think they need to kill the gimmick. They really do. Bella Twins and Alicia Fox Bella Twins versus Alicia Fox and Natalya. Damn, I can't even read my writing. And Natalya and Alicia Fox obviously win. The babyfaces pick up the win. And obviously AJ, I'm hearing that she's has toxic pink eye, I guess. And who knows when she's going to be out, how long she's going to be out for. I don't know if she's going to be out for a few weeks or if she's just taking a break to be with her husband. Who the hell knows? But I'm sure as soon as she comes back, she's going to win the title anyway, so it doesn't even matter. It's just pointless. It really is. It's a joke. Like, they can't, and I get that she's not going to be here for like too much longer, but it's just like, what are you going to do? Make her so relevant and have her win like the title like 20 times all in 1 year and then like have her disappear? How about you like do something else that's not so, you know, just even though she's going to have a short WWE career, that doesn't mean that you have to have like her have the title 24/7 and have her be on the center of a damn attention every 24/7. And, you know, I feel like there is some people that agree with me, even if you like AJ Lee, it's ridiculous how much they give her and how much attention they bring to her. It's like, why don't you do something with Paige? We haven't seen Paige in forever on Raw. Give Paige something, you know? Maybe have Paige versus Nikki, something different, you know? Chris Jericho did the highlight reel with Rusev, and Rusev is obviously still undefeated. And Joe called it. This is the only thing I guess that Joe probably wanted to really talk about, but obviously he would rub it in my face. And he would obviously say that obviously Ryback is going to be facing Rusev, and he's going to beat him probably. The way they're booking Ryback, he's going to beat him. And then I know there's still some people that think that he's not, and he's just going to be, you know, whatever, but I have a big feeling that he's going to obviously beat him too. And Chris also teases Lana and Rusev's relationship with Sport, which is actually really funny. That was good segment. I feel like Ryback beating Rusev is almost just as bad as John Cena beating Rusev. It's just like, why can't you have someone that's not predictable to beat Rusev? Someone that extremely needs it bad. And I guess you can, you know, make the argument that Rusev technically does need it because he was booked really bad at first, and now he's being booked right. So I guess that can be made the argument. And everyone's going to say, you know, anyone's better than Cena anyways. But I felt like Jack Swagger needed this the most. You know, he was strong. He was good. But that's the thing, though. Like, they don't want him to tap out. They probably want him to have a pinfall victory, you know, being defeated and everything like that. So that's probably why they had Ryback, obviously, too. Because Jack Swagger, he doesn't use his, he uses his submission move for pretty much everything. But, yeah, I'm still pretty mad about this. The New Day versus Stardust and Goldust. Can we just please get done with this feud? It's pointless. It's stupid. There's no point to it. The New Day is booked very badly right now. Me and Paul were talking about this too. The New Day is it's not good. They needed to be booked as heels right away, because if they didn't, obviously you can see what's happening and no one cares about them. And no one cares about this feud either. No storyline purpose, no nothing. And it's been going on for way too long already. They just keep having random matches. And it's just like, if you're going to keep this feud continuing, at least give it a damn storyline. Because it doesn't make sense. But, I'm still hoping for the New Day. I'm still praying that something happens, because Big E, I really want to see Kofi as a heel. I really do. Because he's just so boring, and I never liked him as a face. So hopefully, once he's a heel, it'll kind of liven up his character a little bit. And Big E, he's a good heel. And Xavier Woods, you can tell that he's obviously good on the mic, so he's a smart guy. So together, these guys can be a dominant heel group. Making them face isn't going to do anything for them. It's not going to change their gimmick or anything. It's not going to help them or push them in any way. This is only going to work if they turn heel, and that's what WWE needs to, you know. So hopefully the heel turn happens soon, because if it happens, I feel like if it happens too late, people aren't even going to care about it. I think it needs to happen within the next month. Adam Rose and Kane backstage. It seems like Adam Rose is kind of going back face now and being friends with the Bunny. That's what it looked like last night, and that's what it looked like on SmackDown too. But it's weird. I don't know if they just decided to not do it because they have too many heels or something like right now. I'm not really sure, but Kane obviously is kind of getting in with Adam Rose. He's kind of feuding with him right now. I don't know. It's kind of pointless, but he destroyed him, and he destroyed the Bunny, and it seems like the Bunny and Adam Rose are, I guess, buddies. I'm not really sure still. So who the hell knows when Darren Young's going to debut. Back to his new character and everything like that, because I heard he looks really good. I still need to try and find that video that Joe talked to me about where he has a whole new look to him and everything. Chris Jericho versus Paul Heyman, and this was a street fight. And Paul, is all scared and everything, and he tries to give him money. And he goes, oh, it's just, and he tries to write a check, and obviously, you know, it's gonna bounce back, you know, and he doesn't. He says like, oh, we don't have to wrestle and everything like that. And Brock Lesnar shows up. Finally, and he F5s Jericho. Fandango comes out, and he starts talking about how he doesn't have to give, obviously, the Slammy back to Jericho. And then Roman Reigns comes out of nowhere and attacks Fandango. Like, what the fuck? Like, why the hell are you out here? No one cares about, well, I don't care about him. I know a lot of people do. I shouldn't say that. But it's just like, why was he attacking Fandango for no fucking reason? He didn't do anything to him. He just wanted to just do it just to do it. And it made him look like a joke, an absolute pussy. That's what it made him look like. And then Big Show comes out, and then obviously that sets up for Roman and the Big Show feud. So Miz versus Jimmy Uso. And Jimmy Uso won, and Naomi and Miz were backstage and everything like that. And he says that he wants her on Miz TV and don't tell her husband about it. And I know she had a Divas match or whatever, and Miz came out to cheer her on, and she got hurt or something. She rolled out of the ring, and Miz went to check on her, and Jimmy went nuts and obviously came out and attacked Miz, and then Naomi got distracted, and Jimmy, technically, I guess you can say, lost the match for Naomi. So she's obviously very mad about that. So it's obviously building up to where Naomi is going to start having very big problems with Jimmy, and she's going to get closer and closer to Miz, pretty much, which is good. I mean, I love this storyline. I think it's really good. It's fresh. It's different. It's you know, you don't see too many of these types of storylines, especially with, you know, tag team feuds. You know, I haven't seen a good tag team feud, a good storyline feud in a tag team in like forever. So this is really good. I'm glad that they finally did this. And main event: Seth Rollins versus John Cena in a steel cage. Brock Lesnar obviously came out at the end, F5'd Cena, and then Paul Heyman shook Seth's hand, and Seth curb stomped him and walked out. Now, this would have been so much better if Seth would have pinned him, but obviously they didn't want to do that. They wanted Seth, obviously. So now I guess you can say that Seth has one on him, and John Cena has one on him. So I guess that's clean to say. And they both, you know, obviously didn't pin one another. And, well, Seth did pin John Cena. He pinned him at Survivor Series. So technically it's 2-1 now. But obviously maybe they'll have another match. Who knows? At Royal Rumble. Well, no, not at Royal Rumble, because obviously he's facing Brock Lesnar. So who the hell knows? Now everyone's trying to say, I do want to talk about this stuff. Everyone's trying to say that Seth Rollins joined Paul Heyman, and he's Paul Heyman guy now. No offense to people who are saying this, but I'm like, where in the hell did you get that from? I've seen the handshake as more of a respect thing, like, you're fine, we're not attacking you, kind of like, don't worry about it, you know, if you stay, you know, we're fine now, pretty much like that. I respect you. That's pretty much where I got from that. Like, I didn't see anything like, oh, we're making amends now, and, you know, and it's just, I don't know why people got that from, but it's just like, Seth doesn't really need Paul Heyman right now. I'm not trying to be mean. I love Paul Heyman. He's a great manager, but I don't think Seth needs him. I think Seth's fine with his JJ security, and he needs to be alone for now. Paul obviously needs to just focus on Brock Lesnar. And now Brock Lesnar, too, he's supposed to be leaving right after WrestleMania, too. That's the word. So, I mean, maybe Paul eventually can maybe, you know, be with Seth or find a new guy. But I don't even think Seth needs a manager. He's fine by himself. He's fine with just his security. He's a great talker. He's got charisma. He's got good character. He's got the full package. He doesn't need, you know, and now Brock, obviously, he's not a good talker, you know, he just beats people up. That's why Paul is his talker, you know. You need to find someone that can be a good heel and that obviously needs a talker, and that's where Paul Heyman would go. You know, you don't need to put him with Seth Rollins. That would just be stupid. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I know they're going to have Tribute of the Troops tonight, I think, and everything. So, and I think they're supposed to be finishing up some feuds like Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt. That's supposed to finish up tonight and everything like that. So, lots of feuds are ending and lots of new ones are starting. So, all right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter. And don't forget to join our Facebook group. I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.